Hello everyone and welcome back to another video of Gaming with Daka. So, I am back from vacation and we got all the Sumeru leaks. So we're going to be taking a look at the first character in the new Sumeru character lineup. And I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong even though I watched a video on how to pronounce it. Tighnari. Okay, so let's take a look at his skills and we will see what is what with this character. So we've got a bow, 5-star Dendro character, birthday the 1st of January. Let's take a look at the talent. So we have, this is one of those bow characters that have a special bow charging skill, just like Yelan and Yoimiya and Ganyu. So we've got your normal shots. We have a charged attack, and then obviously it's going to be Dendro element, but on charge level 2, we get a Wreath Arrow that deals Dendro damage. And upon hitting, it'll create 4 Cluster Bloom arrows that will track nearby opponents automatically and deal Dendro damage. Now this seems a little bit like Yoimiya's attacks, but it seems to be a lot better in damage wise. Because if you calculate, if all of these hit the same enemy, I added up the Wreath Arrow damage plus 4 Cluster Bloom arrows, then we're getting around 435% of damage in attack, which is pretty good. Of course, we can also do a plunge attack, but that's not as important. The other skills, Elemental and Burst, are not as, very complex, but the Elemental skill is called Vijnana Phala Mine. Tighnari throws Vijnana Stormheart ahead that deals AoE Dendro damage, creates a field, and we get this effect which will decrease the next Wreath Arrow's charging time by 1.5 seconds. This will dissipate once the skill duration ends or after Tighnari has fired 3 Wreath Arrows, meaning we do want Tighnari to fire those Wreath Arrows and get those Cluster Blooms. So we are getting skill damage at level 10 around 269%. It's a regular elemental skill, it'll do some damage. The field duration is going to be 8 seconds, and it says that it's going to send opponents within it spiraling into confusion. So I guess it'll just continuously apply damage. Maybe it might have some other effect, and then the duration and the cooldown would be 12 seconds. Let's take a look at Tighnari's Elemental Burst, which is Fashioner's Tanglevine Shaft. Combines the power of all seeds to fire 6 Tanglevine Shafts that can track opponents and deal Dendro damage. So we're all about tracking missiles and arrows, I guess. After they hit, the Tanglevine Shafts will create a secondary wave that can also track opponents and deal Dendro damage. So we're basically getting a double wave if the first wave hits. So the shaft damage at level 10 is going to be about 100%, which is pretty good damage considering we're going to get 6 of those. On the second row, we're going to have 122%, and we're getting 6 more of those. And the cooldown's 12 seconds, the energy cost is 40. So it seems to be, if this is all hitting one enemy, we're getting a very good amount of damage here. Of course, it sounds like Tighnari is made for more of multiple enemies because we have the AoE field, we have multiple tracking missiles, so we'll be able to hit all the enemies, which is pretty cool. Let's take a look at the passive talents. Encyclopedic Knowledge displays the location of nearby resources unique to Sumeru on the minimap. That's always great when you're exploring first time. Keen Sight. After Tighnari fires a Wraith Arrow, his Elemental Mastery is increased by 50 for 4 seconds. So that's a pretty nice Elemental Mastery increase for all those new Dendro reactions. And lastly, Scholarly Blade. For every point of Elementary Mastery Tighnari possesses, his charge attack and Fashioner's Tanglevine Shaft damage are increased by 0.05. Maximum damage bonus is 50%. Meaning, from this Keen Sight passive where we get an 50 extra Elemental Mastery burst, or Elemental Mastery, then we're going to be getting the charge attack and Fashioner's shaft damage. They're going to be increasing by 0.05%, which is going to obviously increase the damage. So one helps out the other, which I think is very cool. Now this is a 5-star, so we're not going to go into constellations, and Tighnari will be using lots of new materials that we'll be getting from Sumeru and bosses, all of which will be discussed in other videos. Now, out of all the Sumeru characters, I like Tighnari the most. The other Dendro character, a 4-star that we're gonna go into in the next video, just, you know, there to apply Dendro, do some damage, and then same really goes for the Electro new Catalyst, Claymore that we're getting. But these are going to be some pretty neat looking characters aesthetically, and I think Tighnari has a very cool skill set, so tell me what you guys think. But for now, thank you for watching, have a nice day, and Gaming with Daka out.